Hi, I'm Stavros and welcome to Nottingham in the UK. I'm here to look at this fabulous latest creation by Turismo. It's based on the Boxter S 986 and looks absolutely fantastic. And here to talk about the car in detail is the company owner from Turismo, Mohammed Alyaus. Mohammed, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you very much for having me over to have a look at your fantastic creation. Can you tell us all about the car from the start? All the work you had to do to get it to look as fabulous as it is today.
Sure. Yeah. Basically, this car evolved from customer demand. You previously know our other car, which is the Evolution GT, which we had featured at Autosports last year, that you did a feature on.
Yeah, that was based on the Toyota MR2.
That's right. We had a similar body conversion based on the MR2 Roadster, the Mark III, and the car was exceptionally well received. We had many people saying that they loved the look of the car, but they weren't happy about the underpinnings, namely the MR2 as the base vehicle, and consequently, could we do something based on a Porsche base? I mean, the car being styled around the Gambale Mirage, which is basically a hyper Porsche car, we decided, okay, fine, let's go with that project. Yeah. We selected a Porsche Boxter simply because of the wheelbase, and it was probably the best and most affordable base car in the Porsche range to use, and consequently we started the styling process from there. Now, it's taken us over a year to build the car, and essentially what you see is the finished article here, which will be shortly going into production. We will be only manufacturing this car as a turnkey car, and it'll be supplied as a special edition numbered factory vehicle. So each car will come with a numbered plaque, a certificate of authenticity, and it'll be on our database. So if a new customer needs to check to see whether it was factory built and is an original, and we can verify that. The process basically starts with a 986 Boxster, which obviously starts around about 1999 to 2004. We selected the 3.2 S model simply because it's the most powerful, and they start at 260 brake. The whole car is stripped except for the rear quarters. We utilise the rear tailgate as well, and the two doors. Front wings are removed and replaced with our new wings. Bonnet is replaced with a new bonnet that we've designed. New front bumper, new headlight assembly with our integral headlights, complete rear quarters which are bonded on. The inner wheel arches are chopped back and new inner wheel arches fabricated. New rear bumper, new tailgate extension, rear spoiler and light assembly. We also do a rear diffuser which actually fits into the bumper, which is a separate piece. It's probably one of the widest 986 conversions on the planet at the minute.
And standard wise brake horsepower, these are 260 brake. 260
brake on the 986. We've done some slight revisions to the car, so we've done performance headers. We've done Cell 200 cats, our own exhaust system, cold air induction feed, and a remap, and we're estimating around about 300 brake horsepower, just to give it a little bit more oomph and a lot nicer sound.
And Al, have you got a 911 in mind that you are going to do a conversion on also?
We've had a lot of interest on the 911 product, and we have customers who are working with us at the minute to supply a car, and we're doing but we're working on the newer 911, so we're working on the 2005 generation, and we'll be doing a 911 conversion based on that. We probably expect minimum 6 to 8 months minimum before we'll have that, but I'll keep everyone updated on the website on progress on that particular project.
And then the wheels and the tyres, Al, they sit into the arches absolutely fantastically. What work have you had to do to get them to sit so nicely in the arches?
Well, the conversion is a little bit more involved than just putting a standard body kit on. Because of the size of the wheels that we use, which are 20-inch, we've had to relocate some key components. So the condensers are moved forward, the radiators are moved forward. We relocate the carbon canister, we relocate the air wash bottle, and there's a few other little bits that we've got to change in order to get everything to fit. The car runs on coilover suspension, so that obviously allows us to determine the height of the car, and obviously we've got split rims, we've got wheels and spacers on this particular conversion with our dummy brake conversion. Future cars will be all running on split rims.
And all these pieces down here, Al, these are all custom built. You designed these yourself?
Well, the whole kit obviously is our own design, but what we've done with this particular kit, we've utilised the base kit, which was our Avalanche kit, and worked from there. So we've kept it generically similar, but also we've had to create its own identity on this particular car and the shape of this car. The extra extensions you're referring to, which is the DRL light housing and the canyards, they've actually been machined from billet aluminium, and then they've been carbon dipped on this particular car. We can make any of those specific bits in carbon fibre as well. So the rear diffuser, the spoiler inserts can all be done in carbon fibre if people want the genuine article. We could essentially supply the whole kit in carbon fibre, but obviously different price tags. On this particular car, we've done a full interior conversion as well. So the whole car was stripped. We bought the later wingback seats, the rear seat, and every piece of plastic in the car has been hydro dipped to a very high standard, so it gives that essentially the same look as carbon fibre.
So all the plastic bits, Al, in the interior of the car have been taken out and they were coated, is it?
That's right. It's a process called hydro dipping, and basically there's a coating supply put on top of the original plastic, and then there's a lacquer finish. So when the article's finished, it looks essentially very, very similar in feel and texture to carbon fibre, except obviously the weight saving's not quite there, but a substantial, massive price difference.
But it looks fantastic, like all around the windscreen, you know, the A-pillar, backs of the seats, you've done the rollover hoops in leather, you know, you've really transformed the interior of this car dramatically.
I think on something like this, because the car that you're trying to replicate or you're working around is £800,000 or in that region. And if you're creating a vehicle that's supposed to replicate something similar to that, I think you've got to create an environment where people, if they look at the car, all the aesthetics, things like brakes, wheels, quality of paintwork, has to be generically similar to an £800,000 car. Same with the inside. I think if you don't complete the interior and make the interior a beautiful place to sit in, then again it doesn't enhance the look of the outside. So I think on a successful conversion, everything else has got to complement each other. The bodywork, quality and fit has to complement the wheels. The brakes have got to work with that. The interior is part of the whole process where you look at the vehicle and you absorb all the details of the car, and each detail's got to speak quality and say, look, I'm special. And then that's all basically creates that vehicle at the end. So what we've tried to do is create a finished package that people look at and they're all not going to actually criticise any particular aspect of it. So we've done high quality leather, we've replaced the roof with a brand new mohair roof, rear window conversion. We changed all the interior, brand new leather, everything's quilted, every piece of plastic's been changed, top of the range head unit with a 3-amp system, Bose hi-fi, front DVR cameras, rear cameras. Essentially there's not a lot else we could do in terms of making it a nicer place to be in.
So Al, if somebody comes to Turismo UK and they want to buy this car, how much is this car today as it stands?
Very difficult. We've had different valuations on the product, so really, to be honest, at the minute we're testing the water, we've had figures between £50,000 and £80,000 as the valuation.
But it all depends, I suppose, Al. If somebody comes to you and they want this car to look exactly as it does here now, but they might want a different engine configuration, you know, like a different power output.
Sure.
So obviously the price will differ, but people will want more power.
Sure. I mean, we're able to do the body conversion, which is the external conversion. So essentially what the external conversion consists of is all the body panels, exhaust and lighting. I think at the moment we're considering doing that as a turnkey fit for the customer, and we're looking in the region of about 25,000 for that. Obviously the additional extras to that would be choice of wheels, choice of performance upgrades, choice of interior options, and we can discuss that with the customer. Reference engine conversions, again, we're undertaking reviewing 3 or 4 different options. One is supercharging the existing Boxster engine. Secondly is increasing the bore on the original engine and putting a twin turbo conversion on, and that itself will realise around about 450 brake. We also have negotiated a deal with a company that specialises in LS3 conversions for the car. Now with the LS3 we can start off with around 500 brake and 500 pounds of torque. We can extend that with a tuned LS3 up to 700 brake horsepower. We also have an option of an LS7 conversion, and that will start off around 700 brake, and we can go as far as 1400 brake, and obviously price dependent. But generally speaking, your standard 300 brake, which the car provides, is adequate. It still makes it a nimble and nice car to drive, and obviously you've got reliability and very low running costs. So what you're essentially getting is supercar performance, or bordering on that, and hypercar looks. A very small fraction, not even 1/10 of the real McCoy.
And Al, this car would actually be as wide as a 911 turbo, wouldn't it?
It's probably wider.
Wider?
Yeah, it's wider.
Yeah, it's so impressive at the rear. If you're in traffic behind this car, it's really, really impressive. It really is fantastic work that you've done on the car, and a lot of work as well. A full year, was it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think what you've got to do is look at the attention to detail and make the product different. So if you look at the headlights, for example, we've gone onto those and we've put carbon surrounds on those. We use the headlight unit we've used. We've got the 4 LED configuration, which is reminiscent of the new Porsches. So all the latest Porsches have 4 LEDs in the headlights. So we kind of kept that.
Yeah.
We used original 991 indicators. So again, if someone's looking at the car, they're getting Porsche thrown back at them, and we're using original Porsche products. The rear reflectors, which we've made in a special housing, they're 991s. The rear lights are the 2012 991 lights. So what we've done is we've taken original Porsche items and added them to the car to reinforce that image that basically this is a Porsche. The front headlights are styled around the Gambala ones. We actually manufacture those, and we put LED indicators in just to make them different.
Yeah, it really does look fantastic, and it's sitting on 20-inch rims.
That's right.
Yeah. So Al, that is brilliant. We will now hop inside, take the car for a spin, and let you see how it sounds.
Okay, thank you.
At Turismo UK.
Okay, let's hop inside this Evolution GT and go for a spin. We're just gonna get the roof back down because the weather is fantastic.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah. So what do you think of this car to drive, Al?
It's nice. I mean, the suspension's adjustable. Obviously in future cars we're going to put air ride on there, and that's something pretty essential on the car because of how low they are on the front. So we're developing that conversion now. Once that's on there, I think that's really takes care of the issues of speed humps. Unfortunately, the country's little to do them. The second option is obviously full air ride kit, and we're working on that as well. But it's a Boxster S at the end of the day. All Porsche performance, Porsche handling, Porsche sound. Nearly a crash.
That was a close one.
Yeah.
On the roundabout there.
Let's see what the reaction in town is. It's the first time it's actually had a town centre out in. It's a nice sound, nice and easy to drive, plenty of power.
And Al, you have all the functions here on the centre console screen as well.
Well, it's a fully spec'd out screen, 7-inch, Bluetooth, mobile phone functioning, reverse camera, front camera with DVR record function, sat nav. We've also got a Wi-Fi link on there with 3G dongle, which allows you to go on the internet, email, FaceTime, whatever else you need to do. You've also got on there OBD system, which is we've not connected yet, but essentially this app allows you to have all the data on the car, so you can actually run all your own dashboards. You can have 0 to 60 times, all your gauges, a lot of functionality there. It's one of the very latest head units. The alarm system is very similar as well. That'll be linked through the mobile phone, and we've got remote immobilization and tracking system built into that.
Certainly is turning heads, Al.
No, the Gambala.
So we're just back from our spin around Nottingham here in the Porsche Evolution GT. Al, thank you very much for having me today. Absolutely fantastic work that you've done on this car. A lot of work, and it really does look sensational.
Thank you.
So have you got any other projects in mind, Al?
Funny enough, our next project will be the Porsche 911 on the later chassis, very similar to this one here, which we've got. And hopefully we should be building the widest 911 on the planet. Well, that's the brief we have at the minute.
Given how wide the Evolution GT already is.
Well, I think if you're dealing with a bigger brother of the car, then I think you need to make it slightly bigger. So we'll see what we do, but watch your space, and I'll come back to you as soon as the car's ready. So
a lot of hard work ahead of you, Al, if you're going to take on a 911.
It'll be a design challenge, but I'm sure we'll create something fantastic.
So if anybody wants to get in contact with you, Al, how should they get in contact?
They can contact us on our website, which is turismo.uk.com. They can contact us via Facebook on Turismo UK, or they can call me on 077 90 90 4153. Alternatively, our email is turismouk@hotmail.com.
Brilliant. So that's all I have time for you this week. I will join you again next week with some more fabulous cars. Do join me then, and thank you all very much for watching. Cheers.